Introducing our national referees for this match. First referee, Bobby Celso. Second referee, Erlindo Eusebio. And now let's meet the starters. First, for the CHOCO MUCHO Flying Titans. Outside spiker from the University of the Philippines, number 1, Isa Molde. Center from the Ateneo de Manila University, number 3, Tina Wong. Opposite hitter from the University of Santo Tomas, number 4, Kate Viray. Outside spiker from Ateneo, number 9, Pauline Gaston. Middle blocker from De La Salle University, number 11, Duque Ogunsanya. Middle blocker from Ateneo, number 14, team captain, Bea De Leon. Libero, number 13, also from Ateneo, Denton Lazaro Revilla. And coach for CHOCO MUCHO is Coach O, Oliver Almadro. And now the starters for Army Black Mamba Energy Drink. Middle blocker from Arellano University, number 2, Private Ann Esquela. Center from the National University, number 4, Private Ivy Perez. Opposite hitter from Central Philippines University, number 8, team captain, Sergeant Jovelyn Gonzaga. Outside spiker from De La Salle University, number 13, Mitch Morente. Outside spiker from the University of San Agustin, number 14, Private First Class, Nene Bautista. Middle blocker from the Far Eastern University, number 21, Private Jeanette Villarreal. Starting libero from Rizal Technological University, number 10, Sergeant Angela Nunag. Head coach for Army, interim head coach for Army, Technical Sergeant Rico De Guzman. This game is held under the supervision and regulation of the game's
starting lineup for CHOCO MUCHO Flying Titans. Huge change. No Des Chang and no Cap Tolentino. So we're going to see Pao Gaston or Pongay Gaston and Caitlin Biray being inserted into the starting lineup by Coach Oliver Almadro. Meantime, Joanne Luna will come off the bench for Army. We have Mitch Morente, Bautista, Jeanette Villarreal, part of the starting lineup to join Esquera and Ivy Perez, and of course, Jovelyn Gonzaga. Set number 1 underway. There's a cross court by Gonzaga. And taking Biray off the block and gives the Flying Titans their first point, Mela.
Well, Eric, you mentioned how it's going to be a different game here for CHOCO MUCHO, especially missing their main gunner in Kat Tolentino. But with that point, Caitlin seems like she's all out here today.
How is that going to affect no Kat Tolentino, the number 1 option, no Des Cheng? The number 3, 2 option, depends when Isa Molde is in the ballgame. But how does it affect the flow of the offense?
Well, it's a big change, especially in terms of efficiency. I mean, you know, we've seen how Kat Tolentino has proven she's one of the best in the whole league, diba? But I'm sure they're training this naman sa mga practice sessions sila. But in terms of, you know, the in-game experience, iba talaga yung may Kat Tolentino. But sometimes the intangibles also play a factor. So let's see how Caitlin will step up here today. Kay Pongay naman, we know that she started with CHOCO MUCHO, diba, before the arrival of Cheng and Molde into their lineup. So it's good to see her back in action.
Here's Biray again. She's been getting a lot of touches. Great dig by Nunag. Block on Morente. Gonzaga is rejected as well. She'll try again. Revilla will set it up for Pongay Gaston. That's outside.
Again, ito yung medyo aabangan natin, yung porsyento sa atake. Yun lang naman yung magkakatalo dyan eh. And of course, the floor defense and reception also of Des Cheng. And on the other hand naman, looking at Army, they can definitely bank on their defense today dahil kulang ng mga main attackers itong Choco Mucho, and yan yung magandang pinapakita talaga ng Lady Troopers.
Biray. Let's check in with Sam Corrales.
As you may have noticed, Choco Mucho fielded in a new starter today in Pongay Gaston. Des Cheng is feeling under the weather today, and Pongay told me that really, these are really huge shoes to fill. Now, despite that, she's been staying ready, even in training for moments like these, whether or not she gets playing time. Her seniors in the team, including Des herself, gave her impactful advice, like working hard and believing in herself and in her abilities. Now, let's see how Pongay spreads her wings today as the Flying Titans aim to bounce back. Back to you.
Well, right on cue. Pongay Gaston getting the point there and giving the Flying Titans the lead here in the opening set.
You know, this can also work to their advantage kasi na baka yung inaral din ng Army or the plays that they usually see from Kat Tolentino and Des Cheng. So, this might be a breath of fresh air this might do good for Choco Mucho as well.
Gaston. Lunag was right there. Gonzaga, another cross court. Dropping in Gonzaga with her second point.
An acknowledgement there from Gonzaga. She saw that Nina Wong was way forward from the defense pattern and targeting that deep cross.
How about for Army, Mela? No Coach Kung Fu Reyes today. Rico de Guzman is sitting in for him.
Well, alam mo, yung Army kasi, minsan even in their trainings, kaya nila na sila-sila lang. That's how much of a veteran team they already are. And I guess the discipline is there and you have a lot of leaders on your team. And yung core nila, matagal na talaga magkakasama. So I think their system, their culture, it's really intact. And we also see how big the leadership that Jovelyn Gonzaga really offers to the team. Parang nga siya nagko-coach sa loob ng court.
That's right. Not just her. I mean, Bautista is there as well. Nene Bautista is an excellent player. You have Joanne Bunag. Balse as well as the service out for Villarreal, who's the first-time starter today.
And what's interesting also to see dito sa lineup ng Army is yung confidence na nabibuild nila, and you know, asking the players, a lot of that roots from Jovelyn Gonzaga's inspiration, di ba? Her encouragement. And kung titingnan natin, Ivy Perez even scored in double digits, di ba? Pang spiker yung kanyang output from their last game, scoring 10 points.
Along with 21 excellent sets, so that's how well Perez played. Agunsanya.
They've evidently improved on defense as well. Their coverage
What a
from
great
their last
save
games
by
until this game.
Yep, Bautista. Another dump attempt there by Wong. Gonzaga. Picked up by Viray. Molde. Yes!
Excellent play there by Dina Wong. Nakita niya sumabay sa kanya yung middle blocker ng Army, and right then and there, sinet niya agad kay Molde, leaving her with one blocker. And Isa Molde just maximizing that cross-court area.
Pongay Gaston. Only 1 point in that loss versus Signal. Back row attack. Perez sets up Gonzaga cross-court. That's her specialty.
Gonzaga just knows exactly where to place the ball. Hindi kailangan sobrang lakas, but you know, the amazing beach volleyball player that she is as well. Tansyadong-tansyado niya yung mga spin ng bola.
Bronze medalist in the 2022 SEA Games beach volleyball competition. The serve is short though for Gonzaga. That's her first service error today. There's Mary Jean Balse on your screens from Tagum, Davao del Norte. Duque Agunsanya, who just signed with Choco Mucho December 2021. And she said she wanted to go beyond her comfort zone, departing from the team coached by her college coach, Ramil De Jesus. There's a block on Esguerra. What a save by Angela Lunag. Isa Molde rejected. There's a dump by Esguerra. Viray picking it up. Molde. Perez will attack and score!
Talked about the confidence of Perez that she's developed here in her new team. And it's been showing in all their games. Scoring from that regalo. You know, another thing that's very evident here in the Army team is yung change nung pace ng laro nila. Diba? Because we've seen ito si Perez, Morente from the Open Conference, pero iba talaga yung nadulot na pagbabago ni Jovelyn Gonzaga. And just on cue, Ivy Perez scoring another point with that single block.
Perez had one block in the win versus Petrogas, and she's already matched that today.
That block, very intentional. Sinundan niya talaga yung bola and yung spiker.
Mitch Morente, 13 points, 40% efficiency versus Petrogas. The service out.
It's a new thing been seeing from Mitch Morente. She's slowly developing her jump serve.
Dina Wong, who turned 24 years old yesterday, is serving. Got the crowd going. The set was nice, but Esguerra was in the wrong position.
Dinaba niya yung elbow niya. Hindi niya na-timingan na masyado yung one-hand set na yun. And Choco Mucho gets the first technical timeout.
Good afternoon. We're back here at the PVL Eco Oil Center in San Juan City. 1-point lead for the Flying Titans versus the Lady Troopers in the opening set. Esguerra knocking it in.
Esguerra babawi dun sa hindi niya inabutan na set kanina, and she gets that point of quick attack.
And Esguerra, 25 years old, a former Arellano chief. 8-all. Service out. How many service errors now?
I believe that's your...
Four service errors for Army, none for Choco Mucho.
Now serving Isa Mulder.
Dubino comes off the bench yet again. 9 points in that win versus Petrogas. Bautista. Over received, Bautista. There's Molde. Pongay Gaston. Angela Nunag picking it up. Bautista again through the double block. Yes.
Parang prime Nene Bautista lang, no? And isa pa sa magandang pinakita niya, she top scored in one of their games here in the Invitational Conference. Although last game, ito nga si Bautista only scored 1 point, but it was enough team effort to get them past Petrogas. Ito talaga yung perfect example ng mga professional athletes, di ba? Na, even when they progress, I won't say age, even when they progress in the sport, talagang inaalagaan nila, madisiplina sila, and they stay, in shape and bring in their best game.
5 unforced errors to make that 5 service errors now for Army. And Choco Mucho getting a lot of freebies. Tip by Jeanette Villarreal. That's her first point of the match.
no libero on the court, targeting that defense slot where Bea de Leon was supposed to defend.
Excellent defense at the net against Ogunsanya. Viray is blocked. Back-to-back rejections at the net by Army. That cut shot, no good from Ponggay Gaston. And Army takes the lead, 11-10.
Ponggay Gaston failed to get that ball across. Sayang, walang blockers na sumabay sa kanya, pero that was a tough set coming from an off-system play.
Ponggay, that's going to be, ooh, yeah, that's 4 touches. That was into the net. A little bit late whistle, but call was made nevertheless.
I think this is also something that the team has to adjust to kasi I think si Dina Wong is used to setting faster plays to Des Cheng. So with Ponggay, we're not sure if that's the kind of set that she likes, but she's definitely having a struggle here today.
Pongs, you know why? Ayaw mo kasing mahipo ng blocker yung bola mo eh. So ginagawa mo, minamadali mo para hindi nila abutan. No, you have to approach properly, hit it hard, hindi ko cover sa'yo. Pwedeng cross, pwedeng tapon. Naintindihan? Tapos, pumunta doon yung bola, hindi mo kailangan ipisan, habaan mo. Pangalawa, sinasabi ko sa'yo kung saan mo dadalhin yung bola eh. Huwag mo i-challenge to kasi hindi wala tayong quick doon eh. Naintindihan? Okay, nakaka-receive tayo, basta positive. Nakaka-receive tayo, ha?
In-depth instructions from Coach O. And totoo nga naman yung sinasabi niya, parang si Ponggay, minamadali niya yung palo kaya hindi na tumatawid. So, ang gusto ni Coach O, gawin niya yung usual approach niya and may magpo-cover naman sa kanya even when it gets checked by the blockers.
That serve is an ace from Nene Bautista, her second point of the game. This is the biggest lead of Army now at 3 points.
This is another area na kailangan din nilang punan with Des Cheng not playing today. She's a big anchor on the Flying Titans defense.
Viray, great angle she used to get it off the block. 3 points for Caitlin Viray. She is the leading scorer of Choco Mucho right now.
He's definitely trying to fill in the shoes of Kat Tolentino and she's doing a decent job here today. And I honestly think mas marami rin silang plays na magagawa with Caitlin Viray on the court. As we know, she used to be a middle blocker and ito nga, very steady opposite hitter as well. So yung mga quicker plays na pwedeng gawin ni Dina Wong, we'd love to see it today.
Now let's see if they can be more bold with their offense without Kat Tolentino and Des Cheng today. Talking about Choco Mucho. Down by 3. Ponggay Gaston attacks. Nene Bautista with a dig. Mitch Morente. Saved by Isa Molde. Chance ball for Army. Perez, what does she do? Goes back to Mitch Morente. Single lady block by Dina Wong.
Good anticipation from Dina Wong. Huling-huli niya yung pala na yun ni Morente. Ang ganda nung tapat. Good timing.
Now serving Pauline Gaston.
Ponggay Gaston, former middle blocker, outside spiker, utility spiker, libero.
Libero din.
She's done it all throughout her high school and college volleyball career. Gonzaga is rejected. Morente trying to go down the line. It's just wide.
Medyo nakailalim si Mitch Morente from that last attack. And we haven't seen her create as much points here today. I think a lot of the points from of Army came from the errors as well of the Choco Mucho Flying Titans.
Army, their lead down to 1. They led by as many as 3 earlier. Morente just outside. Back-to-back errors from Morente. The lead is gone. We're tied at 14.
Lack of wrist action there from Morente.
There's Rico de Guzman, acting head coach today. No shot. I make that no Kung Fu Reyes today for Army Black Mamba Lady Troopers. Chance to take the lead here for Choco Mucho. Gonzaga blocked. There's coverage by Bautista. Gonzaga will try again. Yes!
So far, cross-court angle that has been effective for Zoberin Gonzaga. She's really avoiding itong si Denden Lazaro Revilla as she's performed excellently all throughout this conference.
Molde. Nunag was right there. Bautista from the back row. Ogunsanya gets it off the block.
And that's one thing that we also want to see from the Flying Titans, no? Them really maximizing yung kanilang middle game. And with very potent middles in Bea de Leon, Ogunsanya, even Nunag, who's at the bench right now, ang dami nilang pwedeng gawin. So it's really more on how they maximize on that strength. Kasi from their last game against Signal, ang ganda na ng pinakita ng mga wings nila. So I think yung gap na lang is paano nila ma-activate yung mga middles nila.
Morente, twice rejected and twice covered. She gets it through on the third attempt. Perez sets it up. Esguerra knocks it in.
We just mentioned about maximizing the middles, and that's exactly what Ivy Perez did, and Army gets to the second technical timeout.
A 1-point lead for the Lady Troopers here in the opening set against the Flying Titans.
Very close match here. 12 deadlocks already. 7 lead changes. So, until now, wala pa talagang nagsiset ng tone for the game from both teams.
De Leon ties the game, her first point.
And again, as we keep mentioning, that's what Choco Mucho has to continue banking on.
In case you just opened your TV sets, we're tied at 16. No Kat Tolentino, no Des Cheng, and I believe no Cherry Nunag as well for the Flying Titans. Meantime, the entire lineup of Army is intact. They don't have their coach today, but Rico de Guzman has been performing ably for the ladies in green.
And so far, everyone from Army has been stepping up. As we saw from their last play, si Perez talagang capitalizing on Anis Guerra's attacks. But this time, that's right, Dino Wong also connects well with BDL. And that's definitely a better connection from their last game. Kasi nakailang attempts din itong si Bea from their game against Signal. Pero parang may lack of connection. But they've definitely seemed to have addressed that in their trainings leading into this game.
2 points already for De Leon. She had 2 in the loss against Signal. Pongay Gaston off the block. It falls in. Point for Army.
And again, Eric, yung palitan talaga ng puntos dito. We're still at a very slim lead, 18-17.
Very tight game here. Anybody's set. Army protecting a 1-point lead. They want to add to that. Here's 27-year-old Ivy Perez with the serve. Piray through the double block. Caitlin Piray with 4 points.
Caitlin's efficiency in this game in terms of attacks has been very impressive. And I guess, alam mo, coming to this game when she knew that she was gonna start, nakatatak din sa isip niya, di ba? Yung number of points and how big of an efficient spiker itong si Kat Tolentino is. Yan na yung inisip niya, kaya naman ang taas din ng pinapakita niyang porsyento in this game.
Service ace for Bea De Leon. She now has scored more points than she did in the 5-set loss against Signal. She has 3 today.
And that's what's crucial also in this tournament. It's a very short tournament. Lapit-lapit lang yung mga games. So you really don't have enough time to dwell if ever that you're coming from a loss. And so far, Choco Mucho is showing great character and showing us how to bounce back better coming off from a loss. Pero ito namang Army talagang carrying their momentum from their last games.
Solid block by Jeanette Villarreal against Pongay Gaston. And we're tied again at 19. Lunag with a dig. Gonzaga cross court picked up by Dina Wong. Isamolde back row. Outside, Nene Bautista let it go wisely.
It's not the best approach of Isamolde. Nakita natin, she tried to adjust for that set. Medyo buka or malayo sa line. Hindi niya napwestuhan ng maayos.
That serve's gonna be out too. So, 1 free point after another.
So far, yung errors din talaga dito sa set number 1. Marami for both teams.
6 service errors, Mela, for Army. Only 1 service error for Choco Mucho. That is just outside as well. A big break here for Army. That gives them the lead.
It's been a constant change in momentum for both the teams. And so far, yung naging story ng set number 1, di ba? Service ng Army, medyo tagilid. Ito namang Choco Mucho, yung errors naman nila sa atake.
Morente against 2 blockers. Yes!
So Morente finally scoring off. To lean down the line hit. She struggled early on with a series of attack errors, but she's trying to find her groove here. And she scores just in time to get them a 2-point lead.
Well, the biggest lead of Army was 3. Let's see if they can add 1 more here. Be more comfortable. Not yet, says Aduke Obunsanya.
Great performance so far with the middles of the Flying Titans. And again, yun yung naging laps nila from the last game. Nakita natin na especially si Ogunsanya, she was really contributing. I think she scored 8 points from their last game. So ngayon na dalawa yung kulang nila, they also have to rely on those strengths. But when we talk about relying on strengths, the heart and soul of this Army team is really Jovelyn Gonzaga, and she's getting majority of the points here.
5 points already for Gonzaga, and that gives Army another 2-point advantage, 23-21. Regina Rocha is in the game for the first time for the Flying Titans. She did not score, played only in the 4th set in the loss against Signal. Ogunsanya again, back-to-back points.
Creativity of Dina Wong also translating in this game, really feeding Ogunsanya. And so far among her attacks, ito talagang running yung talagang high percentage, at least for Ogunsanya.
Jem Ferrer is coming in for the first time. Played in the 2nd set of the loss against Signal. She did not score as well. 1-point game. Army leading by 1. Gonzaga from the back row. Ferrer digging it up. Molde. Lunag. Perez will attack and score. That's going to be 2 set points for Army.
So that attack seems to be going wide, but it was misjudged by, I believe that was Dina Wong, or Caitlin Viray rather.
Timeout here by Coach Oliver Almagro. Will listen in.
Yung dalawa, sinasabi ko sa inyo, alam niyo yung gagawin nila eh. Kaya lang problema, inuunahan ninyo. How many times inuunahan nyo, lumalagpas sa inyo yung bola, di ba? So magsimula muna kayo sa tamang pwesto, pero you're anticipating that they're going there. Huwag nyo unahan. Okay, basahin muna sa ano gagawin. Naintindihan kayo, lumalagpas tayo sa masobra. Okay, now, balik na kagad tayo doon, ha? Receive tayo maayos. Di na! Kaya natin i-activate, activate. Pagka wala, cover tayo. Abang sa balikan ng bola, ha?
Well, 2 set points for Army. What will Dina Wong and the Flying Titans do, Mela?
Well, definitely they just have to pass well kasi maganda naman na yung pinapakita ng attackers nila. At least latter this set, diba? And you know, this is exactly the kind of situation they were in their game against Signal, 24-9 Signal, but they snatched that first set.
Yeah, they overhauled 5 set points there. Isa Molde. Luna, great defense all throughout this opening set. Nene Bautista. Still a great save. Free ball here. Perez again. Oh, Perez back-to-back points, and she delivers the W for Army here in the opening set.
And Ivy Perez really playing with so much confidence, and she has been attacking so much in this game. And they just get that 25 points against the CHOCO MUCHO Flying Titans.
Gonzaga with 5, Perez with 4, and it's an Army 25-22 win versus CHOCO MUCHO in the opening set. (25-22) Army winning the first set versus CHOCO MUCHO in a very tight battle. Saw a lot of deadlocks and a lot of lead changes. Let's see the highlights of set number 1.
It's been an inconsistent first half of the first set for both teams. Ang daming ang mga errors in the service line, sa side naman ng CHOCO MUCHO sa atake. Pero towards the latter part of the set, both teams were really pushing and performing better. Pero we've seen more attacks here on the side of the Army Lady Troopers. And even in terms of blockings, mas nabantayan din nila. And it seems like itong CHOCO MUCHO mas predictable. Although they have shown a couple of highlights in terms of mga plays like the running hits of Gonzaga. So we take a look at the set 1 stats. Ayan nga, atake 15 kumpara sa 11 lang ng CHOCO MUCHO. And the blocks also were a big factor for that Army set 1 win. But again, the errors, Eric, medyo marami yung galing sa both teams, no? And I guess sa dulo talaga naniningil yan dahil humahabol na yung CHOCO MUCHO sa dulo. But then again, their errors. And on top of that, Ivy Perez was also a problem for CHOCO MUCHO.
Can you believe how good Army would have played had they not committed 6 service errors? They would have. It would have been a more comfortable set number 1 for them, but they picked up the win nevertheless. So set number 2, they're up here 1-0 against CHOCO MUCHO Villarreal. That's dug up by Caitlin Viray. She attacks. Nunag has been playing superb defense as Gonzaga sends that into the net.
That's right. Alam mo, ang dami na nga rin pinakawalang malalakas na atake nitong Flying Titans, but Nunag has really been defending well here for Army. And you know, Eric, you mentioned kanina yung service errors ng Army, no? I think it's very strategic coming into this game dahil Dandan Lazaro Revilla is on the floor. Although we have no Descheng, pero Isa Molde has also been a good receiver for their team. So I think iniiwas nila doon, kaya mas prone din sila sa errors kasi yung tactical services nila make or break siya for their team.
Battle at the net won by Perez against Bea de Leon.
And you know, the aura of Ivy Perez, it's very different from the other conferences and seasons that she's played in the past. It's very offensive, and at the same time, yung playmaking niya seems more relaxed from, you know, how we used to see her do the setting before.
10 points in their win versus Petrogas as Bea de Leon hits it wide. Today, Perez has 5 already. And we're just here early in set number 2.
Really a challenge for Dina Wong also to find who she connects with best in this game. Of course, we know that when Kat Tolentino is here, a big chunk of her sets really go to her, and they really connect well and they produce the points for Choco Mucho.
Let's go down and check in with Sam Corrales.
One way Jovelyn Gonzaga has been contributing to the morale and culture of the Army team is by encouraging communication. When the team was down in the first set and, you know, suffering a lot of errors, it was Jovelyn Gonzaga who really stepped up on the court. I noticed her huddling her teammates on the court, really giving a quick pep talk, and that really helped spark the energy for the team to bounce back and take the first set. Now, Audrey Paran, even if she comes off the bench, sabi niya she's been adapting this culture even when not on the court. She's looking out for the middles, especially when they see points from improvement from an outside perspective. Now, let's see if this kind of teamwork will work well for the Army for the rest of today's action. Back to you.
Aduke Ogunsanya ties the game. There's Audrey Paran, who was unable to finish her final year with National University, was season 82. As we were hit with the pandemic and the lockdowns. Going to be a service ace there for Caitlin Viray.
Flying Titans looking like they're getting their groove in the second set. Nakita natin na while Sam was reporting, ang ganda rin nung naging ataka ni Ogunsanya, almost a first-line attack.
4 points for Ogunsanya. She's coming off an 8-point performance.
You know, with Kat Tolentino not present here for Choco Mucho, this is really the best time for the others to step up.
And that's right on cue. Ponga Gaston heard you, Mela, and said, all right, you want somebody to step up? Let me knock this in.
Ponga Gaston finding that big gap in between the defenders. There were only 2 floor defenders on the floor. Nag-adjust yung kanilang defense pattern, and Ponga just maximizing that big hole there, the defense pattern of Army.
Service into the net. Caitlin Viray, that's going to be her 3rd service error. She had 2 in the first set.
You know, the service of Caitlin, kasi makikita mo mababa yung clearance. It's a very loaded serve, so it's also a high-risk, high-reward kind of serve.
Jeanette Villarreal. Ponga Gaston blocked this time. She was trying to go for the same angle, but the defense was ready.
You know, this is one thing that the Army Lady Troopers have also improved on. No? Nakita mo yung blocking sila very in sync. And I mentioned then earlier how their pace of the, you know, the pace of the game ng buong team nagbago. And even yung technicalities ng laro nila, like in defense, kahit na kanina pa sila na-check or nabablock, nare-recover nila yon, and Even sa blockings, ang laki din ng improvement. But when we talk about improvement, we just can't deny how big of an improvement Aduke Gonzania have been showing in this game. And we also have to credit Dina Wong for really feeding her a lot of sets here in this game.
Gonzania with 5. And Choco Mucho on top, 6-5 here in the second set. Ooh!
Wilson clearly underneath the ball. Yung contact niya sa bola, nakailalim. And again, the errors of Choco Mucho, that's one thing we really have to be mindful of.
Already 2 service errors for Choco Mucho here in the second set. Army, only 1. Gonzania is blocked. She picks it up. I think it was outside, but she picked it up anyway. And that's a point for Army.
Misjudged there by Aduke Gonzania. Paikot din kasi siya eh. So, I guess she didn't know at which part of the court she's already in.
And you can see her asking, out na? Army leading by 1. What a save by Bautista and by Gonzaga. The dump won by Esguerra, but the rally continues. Viray. Another save by Gonzaga. Here comes Morente. Just outside for Mitch Morente. She was targeting the back line.
You know, she's been trying to do that even in the first set, no? Targeting the end line. Talagang dyan niya dinadala yung mga bola niya, but a bit of miscalculation from her hits. What about the defense of Jovelyn Gonzaga? Hindi mo talaga basta-basta malalapagan.
And Bautista as well.
That's right.
Gonzania ready to serve. 5 today, coming off an 8-point performance. We're tied at 7. Esguerra, yes!
Steady playmaking here by Ivy Perez. Ganda rin na pinapakita niya, really even, you know, balancing out her sets from all her spikers, and they get to the first technical timeout first over Choco Mucho.
Army leading by 1. Gonzaga powering the team so far with 6. Perez with 5 and Esguerra with 4. Mitch Morente with a high toss on the serve, and she gets an ace.
Great angle there by Mitch Morente. And you know, you don't always get to ace against Denden Lazaro Revilla.
I was about to say, she got that against Denden, who had 20 receptions in the loss versus Signal. Over receive. Revilla will send it to Molde. Didn't like it. Easy over. Esguerra asking for it. Back-to-back points for Esguerra. She now has 5.
It's just really a joy to watch how these players develop, and nabanggit nga nila how they're adapting to the Army culture, and it translates to their game. And Choco Mucho is going to call an early timeout here, 10-7.
wala ka pang gagawin. Bakit ka, di ba sabi ko sa'yo, mag-abang muna kayo? How many times will I tell you? You have to go to your proper position first. Perimeter defense muna. Merong kukuha dyan eh. Huwag mo tingin dyan. Pinoproblema yung dalawa eh. Dalawa pinoproblema. Pag nandito kayong dalawa, pinoproblema nyo kung sino kukuha dito. Kaya kayo gumaganyan. May tao dyan. You understand? You just have to call it out kung sino nandyan. Now, huwag niyong bitawan yung position nyo. Kaya kayo nauuna. Pinoproblema niya, hindi pa problema. Sa inyo muna. Okay, now, again, we have to receive properly. Strength, go your strength. Matalo tayo ng mga huwag tayo magbigay ng easy ball. One stop, and then.
Coach O not happy with all these gaps in the defense and telling them to not preempt anything. Don't get ahead of themselves. And talk it over, communicate, and find out who's going to be in the position before they start covering. Much better received that time. A push by De Leon. Perez. Gonzaga with a counter push. De Leon blocked by Esguerra. And this run by Army continues.
Esguerra really becoming a revelation here for the Army Lady Troopers. Sa atake, pati sa blockings. She's been very effective here for Army.
7 points versus Petrogas. Today, she already has 6. And that was a 4-point game where she had 7 points. It's just a second set, and Esguerra already a point away from tying her last game's output. Viray from the back row. Angela Nunag, I mean, I can't say enough about her defense here today. Nunag again. The tip falls short, but what a save by Bautista. Molde. And again, Gonzaga was there. Isa Molde scores, but you love the effort shown by Jovelyn Gonzaga.
Alam mo malayo na yung talsik, but Gonzaga would be able to read it. Lack of control on her touch, but nonetheless, like you mentioned, yung effort nga nandun.
8 serving 11. 1-2 play. That was easily read. Nunag keeping it alive, and an easy over. De Leon. Perez to Esguerra again. Wow, Esguerra now with 7 points.
Leading scorer now for Army Lady Troopers. And this is one thing that Army needs to have a very steady middle. And Esguerra seems to be responding to that call. On the other hand, it's a good effort from Dina na talagang makikita mo yung pag-feed niya sa mga middles. She set up itong si Bea De Leon a couple of times from their last rallies, but hindi pa nagiging successful ulit. Earlier in the first set, we've seen a couple, but in the second set so far, wala pa ulit. And again, Coach Oliver's gonna call another timeout.
This is gonna be the last timeout of Choco Mucho after a service ace by Esguerra.
Outside. You know why? You're not calling it out kayo. You have to call out, oh, ito bola, oh, short yan sa akin, ito bola, oh, mataas, long ball. You have to tell what's happening. Yan ang technique. Magsalita kayo kung ano mangyayari, magagawa ninyo. Pangalawa, babe, nawawala yung timing eh. It's because you're waiting for a perfect set for you to push, for you to step. It's already late. And now, it doesn't matter kung mabilis. Tama ano ginagawa. Ginabilis lang. Ikaw, super rin naman.
Kaya mo natin ito. Tara.
There's a lot of sense of urgency from Coach O, diba? Para hindi na maghintay yung players niya bago mag-push. As we take a look at our screens, Sir Ricky Palou enjoying the games. And ayan nga, ayaw rin naman natin na ma-exhaust yung Choco Mucho. Diba? They just came from a 5-setter game against Signal, and that was also a good strategic timeout from Coach O to cut the momentum of Army. Mag-e-error nga ito sa service line si Esguerra. would see the angle that Caitlin Viray was approaching from. Talagang papunta siya sa cross court, and with the power that she put in that last hit, talagang tatalsik palabas from the hands of the blockers.
1-2 play there for Perez. There's Caitlin Viray. Perez picking it up. Bautista. Yes!
Iba na talaga yung familiarity nitong core ng Army Lady Troopers. And ang ganda na naging adjustment na yun ni Nene Bautista para lapitan yung bola coming off from an off-system play. And that was even Jovelyn Gonzaga who set up that ball. That was a perfectly executed off-system attack from Nene Bautista.
4-point lead for Army. Ponggay Gaston finds the same opening where she scored earlier. 3 points now for Ponggay Gaston, but still a 3-point lead for Army.
Alam mo, this traces back dun sa timeout ni Coach O nung first set. Huwag madalin yung bola, normal approach. Kung matouch man, meron siyang mga magko-cover na teammates, pero targetin din niya yung mahaba. That's what Coach O instructed her.
De Leon, the team captain, serving. Molde picking it up. Viray. Lunag again. Gonzaga backing up for it. Dina Wong with a dig. Set. That's going to be double contact against Bea De Leon.
There's an excellent dig there from Dina Wong. They wouldn't be able to set that up courtesy of that double contact from PVL.
Nene Bautista, bronze medalist in the 2022 Australia Beach Volleyball Tour Championships.
She's had a couple of service errors here in this game too.
One in the first set, one here in the second set. Caitlin Viray, another former beach volleyball player, UST. 12 serving 15. Perez to Villarreal. Gaston.
Celebration of Ponggay after getting that point. Alam niya mahirap na lusutan itong mga blockers ng Army, especially when Gonzaga's in front. The reaction of Ponggay after.
4 points for Ponggay Gaston. 3 here in the second set. Just a 2-point game now. That service way long.
Ayan, nakailalim si bola. Yung contact para doon. And again, abante pa rin ang Army. 16-13 as they head to the second technical timeout.
Now prepare to witness spectacular MMA, Muay Thai, kickboxing, and submission grappling action this July on One Championship. 159, De Ridder versus Big Dash. That's going to be this Friday, July 22, 6 p.m. on One Sports. That is outside, no check ball, says our first referee, Bobby Celso, to the dismay of Mitch Morente.
It's been a constant struggle here for Michelle Morente. We haven't seen her usual strong hits.
Morente only with 4 so far. She's coming off a 13-point performance. Served by Gaston. Morente. That's outside.
Again, nakailalim din sa bola from that last attack. And the lack of first action to compensate para dun sa mababang contact niya sa bola. The lead of Army is now cut to 1 as Pongay Gaston serves.
Perez. Jovelyn Gonzaga with a kill.
Strategy there by Job Gonzaga. And she was dug before this last hit, but dito dinagdagan niya yung follow through just to get that ball across, and she was gonna get it at through the block hit.
Molde. Almost a great save by Bautista, but Nuna Gonzaga collided. Good thing both of them are okay.
Molde's been quiet in this game. Hindi yung usual outputs niya din, but you know, we're just hoping to see na that last point is the start of a streak for her.
Ogunsanya serving to tie the set. Choco Mucho down by 1. Nunag with the pass. They go to Mitch Morente. That is outside. 3 straight attack errors for Morente. She cannot believe it. And the fans of Choco Mucho cheering as the game is tied at 17. Royce Tubino checks in for the first time. And again, Tubino coming off a 9-point performance. She came off the bench in the first set, but played sets 2, 3, and 4 as a starter for Army.
And, alam naman na natin yung kayang gawin ito ni Royce Tubino, especially when it comes to attacks.
There you go, right on cue. Molde. There goes Tubino again. And Tubino right on cue gets her first point of the match.
So with Mitch Morente's attacks, kanina banggit natin, lack of first action, but look at the spin of the ball from that Royce Tubino attack. Great angle, just enough spin, and instant offense for Army, courtesy of Royce Tubino.
Former University of Perpetual Help, Alta, and Tubino, service error.
Full front line for the Flying Titans as Dina Wong serves.
Esquera. Is there a check ball? A block touch? No, says Bobby Celso. And just like that, Choco Mucho, they take the lead here. 19-18, forcing Coach Rico de Guzman to call a timeout for Army.
Okay, nai-establish natin yung block. Ngayon, ang nangyayari sa atin, nagtatapon naman tayo ng service. Sayang yung momentum natin eh. Pumapalo tayo ng malakas. Tapos, service natin ng error. Okay, tapos dahan-dahan lang tayo, ha? Iwas error lang tayo. Focus lang muna tayo. One good pass, tapos play tayo ng maayos. Okay? Tara, let's go.
Look at the Dino Wong fans inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center.
The Dinosaurs, the Wongsters official.
I love the
She has a fan group named Denomination.
I love the creative names. 1-point lead for Choco Mucho. Bautista with the attack, picked up by Wong. Molde rejected, and the game is tied. Unfortunately, Gutierrez with an error.
So far kasi yun yung nagiging problem nila in this game. And usually, their service errors come from the time nakakapuntos na nila. So every time they gain momentum, mabibreak din agad.
Choco Mucho back up by 1. Tubino attack into the net.
You would see Tubino wasn't as comfortable. Medyo nailang siya kasi late umabante itong si Nunag.
biggest lead of the Flying Titans at 2 points. 21 serving 19. Service ace for Isa Molde.
Very timely point here from the Flying Titans, and it's gonna force another timeout on the side of Army.
Last timeout for Rico de Guzman as the lead is now 3 for Choco Mucho.
Kinakargahan yung service niya, i-establish natin, kung sino yung tinatarget, maganda niya, itaas nyo na yung bola sa gitna. And then pag tayo ang atake, coverage muna. Pagtalo natin, coverage tayo. Okay? Itaas lang na maganda. Tapos pag na-recover natin, saka tayo mag-create ng panibagong play.
Regroup, isang patay lang, isang patay lang.
Well, if you're Army, they're definitely still in it. It's only a 3-point deficit, then Choco Mucho needs 3 to win.
Momo Morente checks back in for Army.
Conserving for Choco Mucho, Isa Molde.
Isa Molde coming off a 14-point performance, but 23% efficiency from the field. Villarreal, that's dug up by Wong. Viray off speed. Viray will try again. What a save by Morente. Bautista chasing after it. Revilla will set it up for Viray. Viray with a tip. Pancake save is good. Gonzaga attacks. Bea de Leon. Perez. Back row Morente. Viray. That's into the net. That's going to be 4 touches against Choco Mucho.
Ganyan na naman yung instruction ni Coach O na minamadali yung palo. And maganda rin na naging strategy ng Army doon. A lot of their attacks or kahit mga free balls, they target Dina Wong so that they won't be able to set up, more complicated plays.
Viray again. Good position by Perez for the dig. Gonzaga block. Perez sets it up. Bautista. That's outside.
That was too long for Nene Bautista. And good call from Isa Molde to let that go. CC veteran Ging Balsa Pabayo looking frustrated at the bench.
There's going to be a substitution here for Choco Mucho. Jem Ferrer will check in for Bea de Leon.
Coach Oliver Naninigurado.
No more timeouts for both teams. Back to the biggest lead of Choco Mucho. 23 serving 20. Bautista. Picked up by Wong. Viray off speed. Nunag will set it up for Bautista on the other side. Off the block.
Definitely the hands of Caitlin Viray hindi nakapenetrate to the other side of the court. Nakasalo kung tawagin ng mga coach. And with the power that Nene Bautista has exerted from that last hit.
Better serve for Bautista. Ogunsanya gives Choco Mucho 3 set points.
Gonzaga is the joy to watch. Efficient player and very jolly reactions every after he scores a point. The delight of the Flying Titans fans here at the arena.
Choco Mucho on the brink of winning set number 2. No Des Cheng, no Kat Tolentino today, and no Cherry Nunag as well. Perez. 1 set point to save. Jeanette Villarreal with a point.
Look at the hang time of Villarreal. She waited for the blockers to go down bago niya pinalo yun. Almost a first line hit. Just a 2-point ball game. She's gonna serve here against the Flying Titans.
Jeanette Villarreal, a former Perlas spiker. Arocha gets it to bounce off the tape of the net. Gonzaga is blocked, and that's the W for Choco Mucho. kill block for Ogunsanya, now the leading scorer of the Flying Titans with 7.
Gonzanya really working hard to guard Jovelyn Gonzaga. You would see how much she roofed the veteran from that last sequence, and they're gonna tie this game 1-1. And we're just more excited for the sets ahead.
25-22 in the first set for Army. 25-22. Choco Mucho ties the match at 1 set apiece. One set apiece between Choco Mucho and Army in the first match of our Tuesday doubleheader right here at the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center.
No, majority of the second set, the lead was with Army, but pumukpok ng maigi itong Choco Mucho Flying Titans towards the latter part of the set, especially with Ogunsanya really leading the team with her attacks and even her blocks. And floor defense was also better for Choco Mucho in that last set, and they were able to attack better. It was just, you know, a good result of their collaborative efforts in set number 2. On the other hand, Army naman nagkaroon ng problema when it comes to attacks. Malaki nung binaba from 15 in the first set, limited to 9 in the second set. Just the same number of attacks that Choco Mucho was able to produce. Pero ang ganda na naging blockings pa rin nila. They've been very consistent on that area. And service aces both tied at 2. But again, the errors of Army, it's gonna hunt them for that set 2 loss.
7 points they gave up, courtesy of the errors. I'm talking about Army. They had more errors in the first set. They weren't able to correct that and really hurt them in the second set. Set number 3 just about to get underway.
Look at the numbers of Ivy Perez, 5 points.
Regina Rocha, part of the starting lineup here in set number 3 as Caitlin Biray knocks it in.
Alam mo, equal lang eh, kasi sa mga volleyball players, mahirap talaga bantayan yung mga kaliwete. Ang laki na nagiging clearance nila. And may kaliwete tayo sa Army and Jovelyn Gonzaga. May kaliwete din na opposite dito sa Choco Mucho and Caitlin Biray. And so far, they've been both performing well for their teams.
Service error for Isa Molde. She has 4 in the game so far. Compared to her previous output, obviously not as good as the fans expect her to perform. Let's see if she picks up the pace a little bit later on. Arocha in the middle. She's blocked. Biray off the block. Yes!
Kat Valentino, porsyento ni Dina yung opposite. And even without her, ang ganda rin nung nagiging respond ito ni Caitlin Biray. Kaya naman, siya pa rin yung nagiging, yung side pa rin na yun yung nagiging main priority ni ginawang when it comes to setting.
8 points now for Caitlin Biray. She is the leading scorer of Choco Mucho. That's outside. Back-to-back service errors for the Flying Titans.
That's one aspect that the Flying Titans still hasn't recovered from.
Here's Denden Lazaro Revilla on your screens. Two-time UAAP champion. Arocha. Morente gets it across. Biray. Block. It's on the line, and it's a point for Army. Let's check in with Sam Corrales.
It's Isa Molde's second conference with Choco Mucho, and based on what we've seen in the last game, she's been blending well with the team so far. I also saw Isa Molde and Bea De Leon sticking closely to each other during the warm-ups, looking very comfortable with each other. BDL told me that she has been noticing Isa's improvement, and she's been playing better overall. Now, more than anything, she acknowledged that the team's chemistry improved from the last conference. As Isa put it, ang gaan lang nila kasama. That's why she's enjoying more and more on the floor. Back to you.
Isa Molde joined the team December 2021.
That's something that also is very enjoyable for the fans to see, diba? Here in the PVL, it's really a mix of different players from different cultures, different systems, different schools, and you know, with a lot of players coming up from Ateneo dito sa lineup ng Choco Mucho, it's good to see how well they bond outside and how well naman they work together inside the court.
Here's Gonzaga. That's going to be her 8th point of the game. MVP out of Arellano. Mitch Morente is rejected. Perez was right there, but she couldn't get enough height on the ball.
We're already at the third set, pero si Morente still hasn't gotten to her old form. I mean, in terms of producing points in that department sa atake. She's been struggling all day here for Army.
Gonzanya, her first kill block here in set number 3. Choco Mucho up by 1. Esguerra blocked again. Back-to-back kill blocks for Aduke Ogunsanya.
We've highlighted the blockings of Army all throughout this game, but now it seems to be, nag-iba na ng storya. Dito na sa Choco Mucho, napupunta yung advantage in that department with Ogunsanya leading the charge and blockings.
2-point lead for Choco Mucho, 6 serving 4. Barce is in the game for the first time. Ogunsanya with a tip. Ogunsanya with a point. She has 10 already, the first player in double digits for the Flying Titans.
You'd love to see the creativity of Ogunsanya in this game. It seems like she's more comfortable. Diba? Ang dami niya rin nagiging option sa mga atake niya. Different angles that she's taking. A lot of powerful hits na binitawan niya kanina. And ngayon naman drop.
Morente. Yes! And she scored that again against Denden Lazaro, who had 26 excellent digs against Signal.
Spin there from Morente. Targeting the sideline. Kanina, constantly targeting the end line. Hasn't been successful for her, and now she switches up to target the sideline and getting the point.
Good receive by Lazaro. Combination play. And Isa Molde knocks it in.
You know, with the threat that Ogunsanya have posed with her good game today, nagiging effective decoy na din siya. And now they get a 3-point lead over Army as they head to the first technical timeout.
Back here at the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center, who has been the biggest surprise from either Army or Choco Mucho? That's our Twitter question of the game. Hashtag PVL Invitational 2022. From Lauren, for me, it's Isa Molde. The performance na pinakita niya ngayon is a big surprise for everyone. Ang laki ng in-improve niya from last conference. Ang laking tulong niya ngayon sa team niya together with Des Cheng and Kat Tolentino. Biray with her 9th point.
Sabi naman ni AJ, biggest surprise is Michelle Morente. She's really a big help for the Army team, and looks like Ateneo Lasal matchup to Morente versus Cheng today. Unfortunately, Cheng isn't seeing action. So pupunta naman tayo kay Volley Daiti. Ivy Perez surprised me the most this PVL for Army. She performed well, especially from their last matchup, and she's even one of the top setters right now. And he also mentioned that early on in the coverage, the confidence that Ivy Perez has developed in her team dito sa Army. It's really been doing wonders for her personal career and as well as her contribution to the whole team.
Great tip by De Leon. The Army was flustered after that rally. And easy point for Choco Mucho. They have a 5-point advantage right now.
They just really maximized that. The defenders of Choco Mucho were not in position to go back from that, scrambling from that first spike.
7-1 run by the Flying Titans here. Bautista over receive, battle at the net, won by Wong. Molde, block. Isa will try again. Bautista with the dig. Gonzaga back row. Back row attack from Arocha. Morente was right there. Barce picked up by Ogunsanya. Biray outside.
The leadership of King Balsi Pabayo. Lagi na sinasabi sa sports, malaki talagang bagay ang intangibles. And, after losing that second set in Choco Mucho, they fielded in the veteran Balsi Pabayo. And the whole team is just moving better.
Bea De Leon once again. Back-to-back hits for Bea De Leon. She now has 5 points.
Flying Titans really celebrating that point from BDL, and a lot of fans have missed her and her A game as well. And comparing it from her last outputs in their previous matches, it seems like this is her best game so far in the conference.
Not a good first ball for Army. Nene Bautista rejected. There's a net violation going to be called on Caitlin Biray.
Caitlin Biray admitting to the violation.
Now serving Ivy Perez.
Yeah, very clear there. Caitlin Biray, the forearm, hit the net. Biray, yes! Makes up for the error, and she now has double digits in terms of points. 10 for Biray already.
Proud moment for Coach O to see how much Caitlin Biray is really stepping up in this game in the absence of her top players.
What a dig from Revilla. Biray, that's going to be short on the tip.
The decision para i-drop ko yung bola na yun. Well, she's a bit far off the net. Won't pay off for the Flying Titans.
Now serving Nene Bautista.
Good serve. Pass was low for Dina Wong, and Bea De Leon with an attack error.
Back-to-back attack errors on the side of Choco Mucho. They're still at the lead here. 3 points up. They have a cushion for a couple of errors, but you wouldn't want Army to bank on this momentum.
Dump by De Leon. Morente. Revilla picking it up. Arocha. Yes! Arocha, her first point of the match.
Good decision by Arocha. Makita mo yung last movement ng kamay niya. Hindi niya na pinower through yung palo na yon. Just pure wrist action. And if that's the case, there will be lack of control sa side ng blockers dahil pababa na rin sila from their block.
13 serving 9. Gonzaga. What a dig. Two players not communicating there. De Leon y Samonde, resulting in an error.
Look, the frustration of Coach Oz. Just on point here. Ang lakas ng pinala na yun ni Jovelyn Gonzaga, na depensa ni Dina Wong, but lack of communication would result of that Flying Titans error.
There is going to be an overreach. Going to be called against Army as Obunsanya will be credited with the point.
Good effort from Dina Wong. Nakita mo talaga pagtalon niya. The attempt to set the ball para ibalik yung bola sa court nila at iset kay Gonzanya. Hence that overreaching violation called on Game Balse Pabayo.
Underhand set. Gonzaga. Tip was a little high. Arocha. Nunag with a dig. Gonzaga. Wong passes back to Arocha. Bautista will set it up for Gonzaga. That's a little close to the net. Morente fires one in. It's on the line. Yes.
Finally, Michelle Morente getting a clean hit. Her strongest so far in this game.
6 points for Morente so far. Still a 3-point deficit for Gonzaga and the rest of Army. Not a good pass from Isa Molde. Morente. Revilla with a dig. Arocha with the left hand, tipping it over. Perez. Obunsanya. Short.
Missed time there. Good idea, good intention for Dina Wong to really separate the blockers. Kanina kay Arocha, ngayon ililipat na kay Gonzanya. But again, lack of connection there will lead to this Coach O timeout.
Hindi pinakailangan lagi lang. Okay? Duki, may strength ka pa sa B, may back. Okay, naintindihan mo, mangingi ka ng iba. Okay, kasi na-out of timing. Bago naman muna ulit. Tapos balik tayo. Okay. Okay, good. Pangalawa, yung nangyayari sa atin, pag nasa atin ang ball, nagmamadali tayo, gusto natin instant points. Walang instant points. Be sound fundamentally. Fundamental muna. Huwag yung madaliin si Dina. Para makapwesto siya, first line siya, she has an advantage. Do you understand? Duki, in transition, huwag mo harangan again yung seto. You have to move back para makapasok ka. Nagigihan? So again, variation tayo. Alam nila na dito nang pumupunta. Bari tayo kasi nandito na yung isang tao. Nag-aabang nila.
Two-point game. 14-12.
So reminding the players na huwag madaliin si Dina dahil nagkakaroon nga naman siya ng struggle setting up the spikers better kapag ka ang bibilis ng transition ng bola. Especially when she's a backline defender.
Regina Rocha once again, second point for her. Arocha, a former Santa Lucia player, and was the first ever collegiate press corps volleyball player of the year. Lead is 3 for Choco Mucho. Gonzaga will play center. Morente tipping it over. Molde. What a dig by Gonzaga. Here comes Morente again. Revilla picking it up. Molde with the tip. Morente with the up. That's going to be short for Barce.
bad decision there by Ivy Perez. Hindi niya nakita that Michel Morente was still underneath Gingbal Pabayo, and now it's Coach Rico's turn to call this timeout.
The road to the PBA starts here. Tutukan ng PBA D-League Aspirants 2022 sa One Sports at PBA Rush. Gusto mo bang malaman ang latest happenings sa sports? Dito lang tayo sa nag-iisang go-to tambayan ng lahat. Like, follow, and share us on social media at One Sports PHL on all social media platforms. That's going to be outside for Morente.
Substitution for Army, number 13
Morente will sit down. Royce Tubino will come back in.
17, serving 12.
Tubino so far with 1 point. She's coming off a 9-point performance in the win versus Petrogas. 5-point deficit against Army. 17 serving 12. That's outside for Arocha.
13, serving 17.
So Tubino gets ready to serve. A 3-time champion in college. That was a 3-peat as well for the Altas. Bautista. Ogunsanya with a point.
Okay, Gonzanya looking like the highest percentage attacker for Choco Mucho in this game.
And we stand corrected. It is just now that Ogunsanya gets double digits. She has 10 already officially. Choco Mucho protecting a 5-point advantage here. 18 serving 13. That's way short.
And so far, looking at both teams, it's been a pattern there. When they're trying to build momentums for their own teams, nakakat talaga through errors. So I guess whoever gets to manage their unforced errors will get ahead here in this game.
Back-to-back errors for Choco Mucho. From their biggest lead of 5 points, Choco Mucho only leading by 3 now. A 1-2 play for Dino Wong. Bautista. Here's Molde. Bautista picking it up. Perez with a push. There's a net violation, I think, going to be called on Bea de Leon. Coach Oliver Almagro will call a timeout. His 5-point lead is down to 2.
Sa atin ang bola. First line siya. First line ka, di ba? Yeah. No, may advantage tayo doon. Naintindihan, pag nasa atin ang bola, ay! Di baling umabot doon. Ang importante, nakaka-atras si Bea. Hindi nakaka-atras si Bea eh. Okay, naintindihan. So again, ano yung ginawa ng kalaban? Ibinabalik na sa atin ang bola. Tayo ang nagmamadali. Okay, now, let's make our pace. Ang importante, one good. Pasuko mo ng mabilis. Naintindihan. Naintindihan. Okay, sige, isa pa.
Go.
Nasaan ang kabel? Nasaan ang kabel? Power time, ikaw cover, ha?
Pansa. Okay, Titan. Go. Padali.
Only just a 2-point lead now for Choco Mucho. 18-16, set number 3. We're tied at 1 set all. There's tournament director Tony Liao on your screens. He's done a spectacular job putting this together. I mean, it may be short, but it's definitely sweet. This invitational conference, Dina Wong trying to save it. They're successful. They send it across. Chance ball for Army. Villarreal knocks it in.
Villarreal giving her own share of running hits here in this game. We've seen a lot from Aduque Gonzania. And now she does one of her own version. And Palek now checks in for Choco Mucho to replace Bea de Leon.
The first time we're seeing Shannon Palek. She did not play against Signal. Molde. What a dig by Barce. Here comes Gonzaga. That's 4 touches against Army that didn't cross the net.
That right hit went straight to the tip of the net. Choco Mucho gets ahead here. 2 points, 19-17. Full front line for Choco Mucho.
Perez to Villarreal with a push. Dina Wong picking it up. Revilla sets up Diray. Lunag. What a save by Bautista again. Diray. That's into the net. Point for Army. It's a 1-point game.
Eric, ito yung sinasabi ni Coach O na minamadali nila. Diba? Minsan yung pasa nila masyadong mabilis, hindi mapwesto ni Dina. And a lot of times also in this game, minamadali nila yung palo nila. Dahil ayaw nga nilang ma-check ng blockers. And it results na hindi na lang nagkukross yung bola doon sa kabilang side of the court.
A chance to tie here for Army on the Perez serve. Palek with a push. Pancake save is no good for Perez, and Choco Mucho back up by 2.
Must be a proud moment for Coach O to see the quality that his second stringers have been performing in this game. We've seen Caitlin Viray, even Regina Rocha stepping up, and now Shannon Palek replacing Bea Del in an instant offense for the Flying Titans.
Gonzaga. Revilla with the pass. Diray. Block. What a save by Wong. Arocha. Bautista. Revilla again with another dig. Molde with the pass. Arocha sends it over. Perez in the middle. Villarreal. Wong chasing after it. Easy over for Revilla. Chance ball for Army. Perez goes to Gonzaga. Diray, block, it goes outside.
Again, the power of Caitlin Viray is really exerting a lot of juice from her hits. And now they're just 4 points away from sealing this set. And Army's gonna call another timeout.
Pero kaya lang diretso. Inis mo lang. Ngayon, kailangan makatake tayo ng quick para mapunta naman sa kanya yung attention. Para mawala kay Jovelyn. Si Jovelyn ang binabantayan. Ha? Okay, sige. Ilan lang yan? 3.
Kapita natin!
Ilan lang, copy. Tapos, galingan lang natin sa pasa. Kailangan makapasa tayo ng maganda. Okay?
Isang ikot tayo!
Isang ikot tayo.
Pasa ako, pasa ako.
Let's see if this timeout will be a positive one for Army. They are down by 3, as you heard Coach Rico de Guzman say. Must-win situation for them to avoid going down 2-1 against Choco Mucho.
Serving for Choco Mucho, Isa Molde.
Isa Molde with 5 points today. There's Barce with an attack. Diray. Bautista picking it up. Diray! No, make that Villarreal with the point.
Good eye there from Villarreal. And yung pattern kasi talaga ng defense kapag quick attack blocker yung babantayan mo, nakapasok. And that's a good acknowledgement from Janet to really target the end line dahil walang tao dun.
Team Agno is in the game for the first time for Army. That is outside for Shannon Palek. No block touch. Back to a 1-point game here. 21-20. In case you're just joining us, no Kat Tolentino, no Des Cheng, no Cherry Nunag for Choco Mucho. Service ace for Nene Bautista. And we are tied at 21. The last time we were tied was at 4-all.
Really good effort from both teams.
Fifth deadlock. Can we see a lead change here? Viray. Almost the save, but not good enough for Villarreal. Viray with 12 and Choco Mucho back up by 1.
You have to admire the efforts of Caitlin Viray. You would see in every approach that she goes for. Talagang full swing, all-out effort. And it translates sa powers ng mga atake na binibitawan niya here. And, you know, it's not just the power, it's also the angles that she takes.
Dubino. Yes! Royce Dubino ties the game, and Aduke Ogunsanya is down. She is clutching her right knee. Let's hope she's okay. She is grimacing in pain. And the trainer is out there with her. Coach Oliver Olmado is out there with her.
We weren't able to see exactly what happened, but let's take a look from this last replay. Doon siya nag-land. Doon siya nag-land sa paa ni Caitlin Viray. Seems like she twisted her ankle and her knee. That was a bad landing.
It's the right knee she's favoring, and the stretcher is coming out. Let's hope she's okay. Let's hope it's just a sprain. As the fans applaud as she gets up, but she needs help. Getting support from either side.
Vegason is in to replace Aduke Gonzanya. She's gonna play
It's going to be a big loss if she can't come back here today. She has 10 points, second leading scorer for Choco Mucho. She's going to get looked at. But with the way she's going out, Mela, it seems unlikely that she will come back to play here.
And you want to prioritize health over anything, to really make sure na it's nothing serious.
And Flying Titans, this is going to be a severely depleted lineup. No Kat Tolentino, no Des Cheng, no Cherry Nunag, and no Aduke Ogunsanya for now.
You know, on top of her point production, it's really the efficiency.
Yep. Miscommunication for Choco Mucho. They needed one more person to get it across. They weren't able to, and now it's our third lead change as Army goes back up by 1, 23-22.
You know, losing a lot of your key players for today's match and having an in-game accident like that, it's also going to pose a distraction to the team. But let's see how well they react. We're tied at 23 from that Gutierrez service error.
There's Bea De Leon, Jem Ferrer on your screens. Back-to-back service errors for Jem Gutierrez. That ties the game at 23. Caitlin Viray has been superb today, 12 points. She only scored a point in their last game, that loss against Signal, but she serves it into the net, so it's set point Army 24-23. Oh, Ponggay Gaston saves a set point. We're tied at 24.
And if there's anything you're really gonna admire, the character of the players, you know, not choosing kung ano bang position yung kailangan nila, but rather just focusing on what they can do to contribute to the team. And with Gonzania going down from the earlier sequence, Ponggay Gaston really stepping up.
Perez, they go to Balse, she will score! And it's second set point for Army. That's the first point for Balse.
This set is gonna be crucial.
Oh, yes.
It's really gonna be a big determining factor on how the rest of the game will go. So both teams clearly exerting their best efforts to close out this set.
Here's a chance for Army. They go to Bautista. Dug up by Arocha. Molde with the tip. Gonzaga. Back row to Bino. Revilla. They go back to Molde. Gonzaga again with a dig. Bautista attacks. Bautista scores! And Army wins set number 3.
Great effort there by the Army Lady Troopers. Makikita mo talaga hindi nila binitawan. And Jovelyn Gonzaga just exerting so much effort even on the floor. Talagang nagsisweep siya from two zones to another. And that's just a big reason why they were able to cap off this set. 26-24. Army leads the game 2-1.
An extended set number 3. It favors the Army. They win 26-24, and they now lead 2-1 against CHOCO MUCHO. Both teams, 1 win, 1 loss in the standings of this very short preliminary round of the Invitational Conference. Take a look at highlights of set number 3.
You know, for both teams, it's been a constant search for whoever's gonna perform well. Si Coach ang dami ng pinil din na second stringer Ito namang si Coach Rico palitan between Morente and Tubino, and now Tubino's gonna start here in the fourth set. But let's take a look at the set 3 stats. Attacks lamang na lamang ang Choco Mucho, 15-9 even in blocks, but the errors of Choco Mucho also at 15, so that just equalizes all their efforts, and that resulted to the loss from that third set as well.
Regina Rocha is in the starting lineup again for Choco Mucho in set number 4, replacing Ponggay Gaston. Here comes Bautista, the kickoff action in set number 4, and Army is on the board first.
Good acknowledgement from Nene Bautista. Nakita niya masyado naka-atras si Dino Wong. And especially because ang dami niya rin pinalo na mahahaba kanina. So nag-adjust din yung defense pattern nitong Flying Titans. And you know, with that adjustment, she adjusts as well mid-air. Transitioning from full swing to a last-second drop ball.
Good pass by Arocha. Here comes Viray. Nunag picking it up, but not good enough. The pass as Viray with 13 points already.
So far, it's really been Viray who's been the go-to in this game. And just fitting as she replaces Kat Tolentino, who's been the team's anchor when it comes to scoring, when it comes to attacking.
Villarreal scores.
Looking at the Flying Titans, it seems like their body language was also heavily affected by, you know, Aduque Gonzanya going down in set number 3.
Good serve from Nene Bautista. Here's a broken play from Choco Mucho. Perez, Tubino. Revilla was right there. Arocha rejected, but goes outside the point for the Flying Titans.
Regina Arocha using her smarts against the double block of Army. Wrist action lang yung ginamit doon, and it works well for her.
3 points for Arocha. 2-all. Set number 4. Team captain Bea De Leon serving. Underhand set. Perez beautifully to Gonzaga for her 10th point of the game.
Look at that set from Ivy Perez. Papunta na sa open yung receive, but she opted for that opposite set. And of course, Jovelyn Gonzaga finding the gap in the defense of Flying Titans.
Army up by 1. Villarreal. Dina Wong goes to Viray. Single lady block. Doesn't matter. She sends it outside.
It's a high contact from Caitlin Viray, pero lack of wrist action. Hindi bababa yung bola.
2-point lead for Army. Arocha with the tip. Perez picks it up. Tubino will set it for Gonzaga. Fires one in. Same spot, same result. And a very early timeout for Coach Oliver Almagro as he witnesses back-to-back points from Jovelyn Gonzaga. It's a 3-point advantage for Army, 5-2 in set number 4.
Depensa natin, naghihintay na tayo. Alam mo si Reg to eh. So mag-isip tayo, kailangan natin maging matalino sa ginagawa. So nakita mo si Reg dyan, so saan pwedeng dali ng bola? Dito dadali. Maintindihan? So ganun din. Sa atin, makaka-atake tayo. Ang importante lang, pag bumalik sa atin ng bola, kailangan natin mapiangat yung bola. Kailangan natin magtyaga. If you want to win, if you want to get this, kailangan tyaga. Hindi pwede. Wala. Kailangan, hindi po pwede. Kailangan intensity. Kailangan put up the intensity.
Hey, Titan!
Concerning for the Lady Troopers, Jeanette Villarreal.
We'll send it down to Sam Corrales with this report on Wong and Aduque Ogunsanya's status.
Earlier in that last set, we heard the fans sing happy birthday to the one and only Dina Wong. I got to ask Boss D how she celebrated her special day, and she said there were no special events this year. Now in training, there was a quick surprise though. But other than that, she's staying low-key, and for her, gusto lang niya mag-focus sa conference. Now on a more serious note, things are not looking quite well for her fellow Flying Titan, Aduke Ogansanya, though we saw her stepping out and walking in the court, but she had to be carried to the dugout. Now the doctors observe Aduke's condition, but it's too early to tell on what exactly the diagnosis is. But I cheered her on, and Duque was still all smiles, and we hope that she could recover soon. But as for today, team officials say that she is not going to be playing for the rest of the match. Back to you.
All right, so sad news for Choco Mucho fans. Duque Ogunsanya finishing with 10 points. Will not be back because of a knee injury. We don't know what it is yet. We'll find out soon enough. What a dig there from Revilla. Over received though. And Balse will score.
There's a slight collision there at the net as Nina Wong tries to set that ball over. Nakatamaan yung tuhod nila doon ni Balse Pabayo.
4-point lead for Army. 7 serving 3. Not a good pass from Arocha. Results in an easy over. Here's a chance ball for Army. Balse is rejected by Arocha. And again, Ivy Perez on a 1-2 play. She has 6 points already.
It's been a struggle for Choco Mucho to find better stuff that would work for their defense pattern at the back. And Army is going to head to the first technical timeout in the 4th set.
Still serving for the Lady Troopers, Chomene Gonzaga.
Back inside the Phil Oil Eco Oil Center. It's a great dig by Gonzaga on the Palek attack, and Balse will score again.
Yung Balse Pabayo maximizing dun sa butas talaga ng defense pattern nitong Choco Mucho. Kanina pa tina-target yan ng Lady Troopers yung end line, and the defenders haven't been moving the same way na gumagalaw sila from their last game. You know, even when they lost that game to Signal, nakita mo talaga na defense was also on point for the Flying Titans that game with then Lazaro Revilla, Molde, and Descheng really collaborating to work on the best floor defense for the Flying Titans. But this game parang wala eh, parang iced sila.
5-point game. The biggest lead of Army was 6. Back row for Bautista. Giray with the up. Comes Molde. Block. Great save by Revilla. Molde blocked again. And Balse with a tip. Back row attack. Giray. Nunag unable to keep it alive. And Giray with 14 already.
In this game, talaga na-develop din yung in-game experience ito ni Caitlin Viray. Kanina, paganda yung kanyang swing, yung mga angles that she was taking, and now, pati yung palo bumibilis na din. Great experience here. Charge to Caitlin Viray.
Perez is blocked. Balse with the attack. Molde hits the tape of the net. A lucky break for Choco Mucho.
They're gonna take it either way. They need these points to stay alive in this game. No one attempt wanted to get to that ball. Ponggay Gaston has been serving for a while now. This is her third consecutive serve.
Tubino. Could have been an overpass. Tubino almost put it away. Yes, she does.
Alam mo, sa lahat ng hinaharap ng Choco Mucho ngayon, yung lack of players, in-game incident, nandiyan din yung pagod eh. Kasi dikit-dikit yung games nila. They only had a few days to recover from that signal loss, and that was even a 5-setter. So yung physical exhaustion as well, plus the mental distractions, the emotional effect to the players, it's playing a factor here. And clearly, the Army Lady Troopers are maximizing on that as they balloon their lead to 5 points via this Ivy Perez attack.
Too close to the net for Molde. Perez winning the joust. Tubino with the pass. Bautista. Block. Bautista keeping it alive. Nunag. Perez will hit it. Palek is blocked by Balse. Palek will try again. Palek connects.
Good connection there from Palek and Dino Wong. Dalawang consecutive sets yung binigay dun sa gitna, and just enough to delay the blocker. Late na si Ging Balse Pabayo doon, and laki ng clearance na binigay niya dito kay Shannon Palek.
But despite all that furious rally and the point won by Choco Mucho, they're still down here. 7 serving 11. Easy block against Balse. Molde was right there.
Not even that Balse's wife can get through that Choco Mucho tower.
Gonzaga from the back row. Palek keeping it alive. Molde, tough angle. Balse sending it over. Molde will try again. Nunag was right there. Battle at the net. Easily won by Bea de Leon. And right now, it's a 3-point run for Choco Mucho. They are within 2.
Okay, makinig mo na. Asan yung galing sa palo? I-receive natin, ididikit natin sa net. Pwede namang itapat lang doon sa gitna eh. Ha? Dandahan lang, lamang pa tayo. Okay, kailangan makareceive muna tayo ng maganda para makaikot na si Balse. Ha? One good pass muna. Okay?
No Kung Fu Reyes today. Assistant coach Rico de Guzman calling the shots for Army Black Mamba Lady Troopers. They are up 2-1 and right now holding on to a slim 2-point advantage. Their biggest lead was 6 against Choco Mucho. Shannon Palek. Bautista is blocked. Perez goes to Balse. And the hit is wide. No block touch. The run continues for Choco Mucho.
Good idea by Ivy Perez, pero yung execution from the attack medyo masyadong sumobra. But we have to commend also the performance of Nunag all throughout this game. I think right now she has 22 excellent digs. And on top of everything, yung coverage niya talaga nagiging malaking bagay para ma-boost yung confidence ng mga attackers niya. At dadagdag pa nga dyan ito si Royce Tubino. I think it's also working for the Army Lady Troopers na meron silang secondary scorer next to Jovelyn Gonzaga, because early on, with Mitch Morente on the floor, medyo, we could see how much she's struggling today. So, right now, ito si Royce Tubino slowly picking up her game. But Army's gonna commit another service error from Gingbal si Pabayo. And we now have a full front line of attackers for the Flying Titans. Let's see if they get to get the lead.
And Bautista knocking that one in. That's going to be 10 points for Bautista. 3 players in double digits for Army. 11 Gonzaga, Esguerra, and Bautista with 10 each.
From the Lady Troopers, Ivy Perez.
Two-point lead for Army. 13 serving 11. That's in.
That drops right on the line. And ang ganda talaga ng pinapakita ni Ivy Perez dito. Overall game for her, from playmaking to blockings and now even in service. She gets to contribute for the Lady Troopers.
Better pass. Viray is blocked. Viray will try again. That's into the net.
Another thing that's being tested here also is the stamina of Caitlin Viray, because we know Kat Tolentino could take it dahil even before, you know, in the past conferences, talagang big traffic of the sets really go to her. Sanay na talaga siyang mapagod in the game. But here, looking at Caitlin Viray, she's holding on to her legs.
De Leon is blocked. 4-point game. Army up 15-11. Gonzaga. Dina Wong was right there. Revilla was set it up for Molde. Nunag again with a dig. Nene Bautista with a tip. What a save by Revilla. Gonzaga plays setter. Villarreal in the middle, blocked by De Leon. Tubino to Bautista. Off speed. Wong again with a dig. Molde. Blocked. Bea De Leon with the up. Viray. Perez, what a rally here. Gonzaga. Yes!
Ivy Perez, really, no words for her and her game today. Talagang ang ganda nung pinapakita niya, opposite setting. Look at the delay on the blocker, the big gap in between. And the power of Jovelyn Gonzaga leading them to the second technical timeout.
Army leading by 5. Their biggest lead was 6. And there it is. Service ace by Perez, and it's back to the biggest lead of Army. Perez has 9 already. She's coming off a 10-point performance.
Is this her average scoring output right now?
For a setter, right?
That's right. And, you know, on top of that, syempre her main priority naman is her playmaking. She actually now has 24 excellent sets.
Wow.
But napakilaking bagay nun because, you know, double-digit outputs expected from your spikers in the games. Pero to get consistent production from your setters in terms of scoring, napakalaking bagay nun.
Wong to Viray into the net. Caitlin Viray, like what you mentioned earlier, Mela, showing signs of fatigue.
She's taking deep breaths, holding onto her leg. The last thing we want is for her to suffer from cramps here.
This is now the biggest lead of Army in the fourth set at 7. 18 serving 11. That is wide for Ivy Perez.
Good serve clearance from Ivy, but the angle was just too much on the side.
It'll be a tall order for the Flying Titans here, down by 6. 12 serving 18.
Look at Caitlin Viray shrugging off her legs.
Combination play. Dina Wong was right there. Great dig. Viray tries again and connects. Caitlin Viray finds some air. 15 points already.
Excellent dig there from Dina Wong, and it pays off with that Caitlin Viray hit. And look at the adjustment, and really tried to avoid the blocker. So much talent to unleash from Caitlin Viray.
Villarreal with a push. Gaston picked up by Tubino. Bautista will push it. Revilla will play setter. Back to Gaston. Perez back to Bautista. Very predictable offense. Dina Wong with an excellent save. Bea De Leon keeping it alive. Chance ball for Army. Perez. Villarreal with the tip. Wong again picking it up. Back row Molde. Yes! What a rally, what a result. Molde with 7.
And again, the efforts of Dina Wong in terms of floor defense. She's had a lot of touches from the rallies that they've been having here in the fourth set. And it's been paying off. Her teammates really trying to score. Just so it's worth it for Dina Wong's defense today. Last game, she had 14 excellent digs. In this game, right now, we're not sure, but definitely there's a lot. Really reflecting her former libero days from Ateneo. And it's not just the digs, yung pagpunta niya sa bola, it's really the effort. Now we have to commend here for Dina.
This attack is wide from Bautista. At 7-point lead is down to 3 for Army. Villarreal will play setter. Bautista dug up by Viray. That's a net touch on Revilla.
Net touch and lack of balance there. Mahirap din talaga kapag nagaling ka sa likod, you're approaching the front line, and you know you have all those efforts sa pagpunta, and you have to hold it back just so you can avoid the net.
Bea De Leon. Pancake save is good for Nunag. Gonzaga. Ball is still up. Molde saves it. I don't think this gets going over. No. You love the effort Dina Wong put out there. They hit the barrier already.
It's been a physically exhausting game for the Flying Titans.
And the Coach O will give them a breather, calling a timeout here. 20-15, Choco Mucho down by 5.
Look, girls, aabutin yan. Just have to be positive. Yun ang importante. Keep on working hard. Patience, positive lang. Yun ang kinakailangan natin. Pagtatsagain sa fundamentals. Naintindihan? Okay, again. Pag na-awkward, diba, top spin. Kaya huwag tayong sinugod muna. Okay, Bea, kailangan kang maramdaman. Pasok ng pasok. Okay, tsagain natin. Hanggang saan dito, bola. Kasagay yung depensa. Pwede ka pa rin mag-drop ball. Okay, follow, may cover sa atin. Sige, let's go.
Laro hanggang dulo, ah.
Yeah, let's go.
Kaya natin to, ah. Abot natin to, girls, ah. Laban, hey, Titan!
Ito na nga, Eric, yung nabanggit natin kanina. Si Caitlin Viray showing signs of fatigue. During that timeout, she was being stretched by their physical therapist, hoping to avoid cramps.
And keep her loose as well. Gaston, block. Good coverage. A chance ball for Army. What does Perez do? Goes to Tubino. Oh, Molde, what a great dig. Oh, that's going to be double contact against Dina Wong.
Been error after error for the Flying And the lead of Army is now ballooned to 6 points, and they are 4 points away from closing this game.
Good receive. Bautista. Ivy Perez unable to control her momentum. Slams into the net. 3 point for Choco Mucho.
Again, yun yung mahirap kapag pasubo yung bola sa net. Talagang natetest yung balance ng players.
She could have limbo rocked her way. 16, serving 21. Good pass. What a one-handed set from Perez. Palek almost committed an error. Gonzaga, one-handed dig from Dina Wong. Viray, cross-court. Lunag, what an excellent play there. Tubino is rejected. Go to Gonzaga with a tip. It hits the antenna. Another point for Choco Mucho.
Again, you know, the points of Choco Mucho, a big chunk of it comes from the effort of Dina Wong to really defend, whether it's from a drop ball or a strong spike. She really manages to get to them just in time to, you know, get those points running for the Flying Titans.
It's a 4-point game. Like what Coach O said, kaya pa daw yan, ahabulin yan ng Choco Mucho. Let's see if they can really put it together. What a shot there from Villarreal.
No blockers for Villarreal. And that's the kind of impact that Ivy Perez is giving now to Army. Talagang nalilito na yung mga blockers ng kanilang opponents and not knowing who to block here on their team.
Villarreal coming off a 9-point performance. Today she has 8 already. Good serve. Not a good pass there from Molde. Here comes Gaston. Blocked. Revilla back to Pongay. Yes!
Pongay Gaston check on her first attempt. And finally using the hands of the blockers in her last attempt. And they now trail 4 points against the Army Lady Troopers.
Viray will be subbed out. Jem Ferrer will come in. One-time best setter, actually 3-time best setter in the UAAP, Jem Ferrer. Balse, yes!
Always a joy to watch Kim Balse. Every point comes with a very passionate celebration.
Much better pass from Molde. Palek. Gonzaga will set it up for Tubino. Tubino gives Army. This is going to be 6 match points. 24-18.
Power on power, courtesy of the Army veterans. Earlier it was King Balse Pabayo, and now it was Royce Tubino. They just need a point to close this game.
Gaston, Nunag, Perez, can Tubino close it out? Not just yet. Revilla with the pass. Gaston with a push. Pancake save is good for Gonzaga. Tough angle there for Tubino. Gaston again. Excellent floor defense by Army. Tubino, Ferrer. Gaston again. Tubino, Revilla. Tubino with a push. It goes outside. It's going to be a point for Choco Mucho. A long rally ending on an error by Tubino.
You know, we've been highlighting yung effort ni Dina sa defense. But what about Joe Gonzaga covering 2 areas? Even yung mga palo sa gitna, siya na rin yung kumukuha. And even then Lazaro Revilla, ang lakas nung palo ni Tubino na depensahan niya.
Here's Tubino with a push. Molde. 1 match point has been saved by Choco Mucho. Balse. Ball is still alive. Perez, they go to Royce Tubino. And there it is, Royce Tubino with a winning point. Tubino with 5 off the bench. Playing big minutes for assistant coach Rico de Guzman. And Army win back-to-back games as we check out the tally. A 4-set win for Army versus Choco Mucho.
Interesting match here today. Coming into this matchup, nabanggit natin, both teams gunning for their second win, pero magkaibang storya. At ngayon naman, we will check out the highlights of our chosen player of the game, Private Ivy Perez. 9 points coming off from her 10-point output last game. 7 excellent digs, 27 excellent sets, and just making the whole Army Lady Troopers look good against the Choco Mucho Flying Titans.
Excellent play by Ivy Perez, but special mention to 3 players in double digits. Gonzaga with 13, Esguerra with 10, Bautista with 10 as well. Really helping the cause of Army, as our best player, Ivy Perez, right now is with Sam Corrales.
Yes, joining me now is the best player of the game, Ivy Perez. I feel her energy. Grabe, I bet ang saya ng team niya today. Back-to-back wins. Tuloy-tuloy ang momentum. Ano ang nagbago sa moral ng team, Ivy?
Well, actually, wala namang nagbago. Nadagdagan siya eh. Actually, nadagdagan siya ng nadagdagan. Kasi back-to-back win eh. So, yung moral ng team, mataas talaga. Tapos, wala talagang, naglalaro lang kami inside the court. Hindi na rin masyadong nararatel, na nakakabalik agad. Hindi nawawala kasi may nagga-guide eh. Alam, parang isa rin lang naman yung gusto namin puntahan, gusto namin manalo, di ba? Yun lang naman yung gusto mangyari ng lahat ay manalo po.
And you got that well-deserved win. Kahit wala si coach, nakita naman namin na nag-step up kayo on the court. Ano yung impact ng isang Jove Gonzaga, Royce Tubino, Jingbal Sepabayo sa court?
Well, kita naman natin eh, parang wala eh, superb, grabe. Wala akong masabi. Yun lang yung masabi ko, superb. Kasi nga, veterano eh, hindi mo kayang pantayan. Pwede mong samahan, pero wala eh, walang kapantay eh. Sila talaga yan. Yun na yun.
But you played very well today. May gusto ka bang batiin before we end up our interview?
Ayun, gusto kong, yun yung babasahin ko, dami. Gusto po naming batiin si Lieutenant General Browner, si Sir Lalakil, si Colonel Gabon, si Colonel Makasaet, AGS, SEPA Commandant, SSC Family, Black Mamba Family, Sandria Lee Family, and Rebel Sports. Gusto ko rin pumbatiin yung family ko sa Batangas, Perez Family, and hi Seth, and sa family niya from Cavite. And gusto ko pumbatiin yung inaanak ko, birthday niya nung 17. Happy birthday, Alicia. I love you.
There you have it, Ivy Perez. Superb is our word of the day for Team Army. Back to you.
Thank you, Sam. Congratulations, Ivy Perez. And it was indeed a long list she had to read from the whiteboard. All right, let's take a look at highlights of set number 4. This 4-set win by Army.
And ito nga, throughout the fourth set, talagang yung abante nasa Army Lady Troopers, and everyone just capitalizing on the weaknesses of the Flying Titans today with the lack of players, and paulit-ulit natin nabanggit yung distraction from, of course, Agoncania going down, and it seems like it affected their body language. And on the other hand, si Army naman talagang tuloy-tuloy pumukpok na lang, even their attacks seemed better in that set. And Jovelyn Gonzaga got more support even from veteran Jingbal Sepabayo, and ito nga si Royce Tubino finished the game. So it was a complete effort from the whole Army Lady Troopers. As we take a look, atake nila 15-9. Yung blocks mas lumamang yung Choco Mucho, pero they also loaded their serves just to close the set and win this game in 4 sets.
All right, coming up next, Petrogas Angels looking for their first win today as they take on those ladies. The PLDT high-speed hitters at 1-1 in the standings already. Speaking of standings, Army goes up to 2-1 while Choco Mucho drops down to 1-2 in the standings without Kat Tolentino, Des Cheng, Cherry Nunag, and Aduke Agoncania going down in the 3rd set. Thank you to our director, Al Neri. For Sam Corrales, Mela Tunay, I'm Eric Tipan. Stay right here for more PVL action on One Sports.